Over 6,000 in the Motorpoint Arena on Sunday. Challenge Cup action. The Nottingham Panthers, the visitors, for the first time in this new season. The Sheffield Steelers wanted to come out flying and wanted to take the momentum off Nottingham. That wasn't to be though. Squires off for slashing inside 3 minutes. Corey Nielsen fires through traffic on the power play. De Caro can't see it. Panthers lead by 1-0. Less than a minute later, Burn still sat on his backside in the penalty box. The Panthers on the power play. What a finish from Guy Lepine. He made it 2-0, and that's how the score stood at the end of the first period. Sheffield came out with a little bit more dogmatic fight and determination in the middle period, but Nottingham took control. This time Jordan Fox setting up Lakovic from close range. His tip beats De Caro. 3-0 to Nottingham. That was just about as much as Colt King could stand, and he challenges Guy Lepine, who duly obliged, and this was a proper stand-up fight between the two toughest guys in the Elite League. Let's face it, folks, it's been a long time since you've seen Guy Lepine manhandled like that. A cracking win for Colt King. Third period, and a burst of speed from David Clark. Beat Mark Thomas, and then a lovely finish as well from the GB international. Clark made it 4-0 to ram home the humiliation to the Sheffield Steelers. Ryan Finnerty did break Craig Kowalski's shutout with just 3:35 remaining in the third period. It was all too little too late. Tom Squires added a second to make the Sheffield Steelers scoreline look a little bit more respectable. But it wasn't a respectable night to be a Sheffield Steelers fan in the Motorpoint Arena. Well beaten by the Nottingham Panthers. Never an easy thing to accept. Ryan Finnerty, though, was so honest in his post-game interview with Seth Bennett.
Ryan, how do you analyse that?
We got outworked. We outworked in our own building. I mean, the result at the end of the day doesn't concern me as much as the way that we went about it. We didn't have any momentum. We had guys with off nights. We had guys, you know, some of our top guys didn't have it tonight, and I can understand that. But the getting outworked like we did, we were never in the game. You know, the 2 goals at the end doesn't mean anything. The game was over by then. They sat back. We made it easy for them, and it's unacceptable. The work rate wasn't there. It wasn't even close. You know, I can't accept that from the top down as a team. It's unacceptable in my eyes, and we will correct it. Luckily, we can correct that. You can always correct your work rate, and we will.
It does leave you in a rather precarious position now in the Challenge Cup, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know, like I said, you know, I'm not looking too far ahead of what the Challenge Cup and what it entitles. We got to start from the bottom up, and that starts with getting back to playing the way we can play, and that's we got to work hard. We got outworked today, and that's what hurts the most is we got outworked. We talked about it all week, and we got outworked. And, you know, you can't look ahead at winning without putting the work in. So we get back to basics and get back to where we need to be and the way we need to do to win. The results will take care of themselves.
Why did that happen?
I don't know. I don't think anybody has the answer to that. Like I said, I can understand, I can respect that some guys had off nights and our offensive guys that didn't have it, and that'll happen.
But when you talk about hard work, I mean that's mental. It's nothing more. Yeah,
you're right, absolutely right. It's mental. You know, whether it was going down 2-0 early, I don't know. You know, I don't have the answers as to why we didn't come with the effort we needed. And like I said, there's only one way to get back to it, and that's starting at the bottom and working your way up, and we'll continue to do that this week.
Do you feel this is a bit of a reality check for this team?
100%. 100. When everything's life's easy when you're winning. I mean, I always knew that everything's going great when you're winning. You let a few things slide while you're winning, and we crash and burn today, and we got to start picking ourselves up. And you know, I need my leaders to lead, and I need my characters to come up to the top. But like I said, we're right down at the bottom right now. This isn't a team that can just show up and play shinny hockey and win. Don't want a team like that. We need to learn to win. We need to learn to win in our own building. And one first thing is you can't get outworked. Can't get outworked in all 3 zones like we did today.
How do you feel right now?
Disappointed. I'm just disappointed in the effort. I'm disappointed in the way the game went. there just wasn't any positives I can take from it, to be honest. I don't feel that so a couple of guys had a good night, but at the end of the day, I said, well, we win and lose as a team, and tonight we suffered a big one.
Could fatigue have been a factor? I mean, you were a long way from home last night in a long old bus ride. Did that play any part at all?
Nope, not at all, not at all. Every team played last night. These guys played last night. There's no excuse. There's no excuse for not working hard. You play 120 minutes a weekend. There's no excuse to not show up. You guys work 40, 45 hours a week. We got to put it together for 120 minutes. I'll never use that excuse. That's a lazy way out. We didn't show up tonight. We didn't show up tonight, and it was men against boys.
Are they the best team that you face this year?
They're a good hockey team. They're a very, very good hockey team, and they kept coming, and they got depth. And you know, it's tough to analyze when we don't put the effort in. It's tough to analyze. I think we would have made anybody look good tonight. But yeah, they're a good hockey team. Probably the best Panthers team I've seen in a long time. And you know, at the end of the day, we need to take care of what we can control, and our work rate is the one and only thing we can control. That's the only thing we can control of any game, is how we come out and how we work. And we didn't do that tonight.
May have been a bad reverse on the ice, but in the alley the result was a little bit more clear-cut in the Steelers' favour. We got a first real glance of Colt King on home ice dropping the gloves. How do you feel he did?
You know, the timing of the fight, the way he went about it was what we needed. We needed somebody to step up. Kinger did that. It's a tough job. It's a very tough job, and you got to respect those guys and both fighters. It was a good fight. I think, obviously, I think Kinger won it. And again, you know, I didn't feel we responded again after that. I didn't feel that we responded, and that's frustrating. You know, it's very frustrating. I thought 3-0 down, Kinger goes out and do that. We should own the next 5 shifts, and I don't think we did. We didn't do it. We didn't take advantage of it.
Has this given you food for thought? Have you learnt a lot about your team tonight?
I certainly hope not. You know, I hope not. I hope it's a one-off. You know, we definitely had a long meeting after the game. I think some guys need to look in the mirror. There's no hiding. I'm not going to let anybody hide. There's no hiding on this team. You put in the effort. That's all I ask. Come in, work hard. That's all I care about. You work hard, things will happen. Positive things will happen. Tonight, we didn't, and we got to look at the mirror right now and figure out how to correct it.
What's the biggest thing for you to work on this week?
You know, you can sit there and break down systems and go through systems, and we have a very good system. And tonight we got, you know, our system got beat. We didn't execute, but like I said, unless you're willing to put in the work, it doesn't matter if you have the best system in the world or whatever you draw up on the board. It doesn't matter. You got to come out and work hard. We're going to get back to basics. We're going to get back to basics. We're going to get back to getting pucks in deep and penetrate with our cycle. And we didn't do that. We didn't do that tonight.